What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of DVD Extras, brought to you by
Nobody? Us again?
us. And
GFY.
And we're trying to get the Rockies and Breckenridge Brewery to sponsor us, but
Yeah,
we haven't gotten
I just realized I was all rockied out.
we haven't got any calls from them. So
Yeah.
For those who don't know how this works, this episode is pretty much just us talking for a kerfuffle about nothing. We're kind of like Seinfeld, but not as funny.
That's not true. You're not as funny.
Are you a Seinfeld guy?
Yeah, I love Seinfeld.
If you can choose the top three like sitcoms like that, what would they be?
I don't know what like that means.
So,
but I would say if
like
I were
comedy shows. Let's do comedy shows.
Seinfeld, Third Rock from the Sun.
Ooh, okay.
The Nanny, probably.
The Nanny.
I was a huge fan of The Nanny.
Never heard of The Nanny.
Fran Drescher. All right. Wow. G's not cultured.
I would definitely say
sense,
Seinfeld is definitely the best one.
Yes, I only really out of those three, it was Seinfeld and Third Rock from the Sun, but mostly it was Third Rock from the Sun was one episode when I got home from school, and then it was 2 episodes of Seinfeld and then The Simpsons.
I'd say Seinfeld, How I Met Your Mother,
Gross.
and The Office.
Double gross.
Actually, Parks and Rec probably before The Office.
Better, but gross.
Community, you put Community in there.
Yeah, I don't like Community that much because half the series is bad.
Okay.
And only one
Like it had
episode or
potential.
one season is good.
Have you ever seen like Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No,
I heard that's
I'm not a
actually
fan
really-
of Homeboy.
Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
I think it took me a while to get his comedy, so I kind of enjoy it now. I need to get into that
He
show. 'Cause it's
reminds
really
me of
good.
like a discount Adam Sandler. Like with this, you know how Adam
I kind of
Sandler
like him more than Adam
Well,
Sandler.
you know how Adam Sandler on SNL was always just like, and it's like, haha, that's funny, I guess. That's what Andy Sandberg reminds me of.
Oh, well, I don't mind
Yeah.
him.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
I have taste.
Yeah, barely. You just
Yeah.
got it back like
Yeah, I
3
just
weeks
got it
ago.
back. Still haven't gotten it back. I still taste weird things.
Have you noticed, maybe not noticed, but the way comedy has evolved? Like, I've always thought that like 90s comedy was very over the top, right? So you have your Jim Carrey's, your Chris Farley's, your Adam Sandler's.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like the Millennium comedy was very much like bro-y comedy.
I could see that.
So like old school Wedding Crashers,
Yeah.
Anchorman, like
So you're saying slightly misogynistic?
that too, I guess. Yeah, that's actually the best way to put that for sure.
yeah.
And then like the 2010s comedy, it kind of like died a little bit. I feel like.
I think just like the comedy kind of standards for like movie comedy or sitcom comedy definitely switched into like crude comedy where it's like, oh, shitting and farting is funny. Like Bridesmaids. I think that's the epitome of where comedy shifted, where it's like, oh, she's literally taking a shit in her dress. That's funny. Ha 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 ha.
I think it's sad, but I think it's also like disastrous comedy. So if you think of like The Hangover, it was very much like everything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it's gonna be funny while we do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Deadpool's the same way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're laughing about like some guy like completely getting smashed on a freaking like sign, you know? Like I remember watching Deadpool and then we were like, there's a rollover. You see the body just like slam into like the exit sign.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, that was funny. It's like, Jesus, guys.
Yeah. People are fucked.
Where do you think
But
comedy's going to now?
I think stand-up comedy is definitely the opposite.
Yeah, it's
Kind of, yeah.
It's definitely pushing those boundaries that people hate right now.
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. Comedians are provocateurs, and they're supposed to say shit to piss people off.
Well, it's like Dave Chappelle said. He's like, the one rule that I have for comedy is never apologize for your jokes.
Yeah,
Because if they're written well, like...
yeah. And that's definitely something that is getting lost on a lot of people right now, where everyone writes a joke and they're like, oh, sorry I said that joke. It's
That's
like,
cancel
stop.
culture, man. Cancel culture is
Yeah.
it's necessary in some aspects, but it's definitely not necessary the way we're using it.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I think the
Like, if it's like
concept, I think the concept is there, but the execution is wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, because everyone thinks
Yeah.
that they can do it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean...
Like they try to cancel Eminem for something, and it's like, bruh.
He's done way worse.
It's not even the worst song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's... Sorry, go
Eminem
ahead.
tried to get canceled like 5 times. Remember when everyone called him homophobic, and then he went to the Grammys and did a song with Elton John, and he like gave him a hug, and it's like, oh, I guess
like-
he's just, an artist making fictional stories in his lyrics. Interesting.
Or like on The Interview. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going, so that's why I was
When
like,
he's just
uh-huh.
like, he's like, yeah, I tell these things because I'm gay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And they're like, and he's like, what?
The real Slim Shady just stood up.
Yeah,
That's
but
what-
then it just like glossed over it. Like he just kept talking. Yeah, it's
like
pretty
the
funny.
trail clump of gayness just for you guys to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty dope. But
Yeah.
man, I don't know. I mean, I love comedy, and I feel like it's less and less now because people are more afraid to just go for it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And two, like going back to like sitcoms and stuff, I think the laugh track ruins a lot of jokes. Like The Big Bang Theory is not funny if you take away all the laugh tracks.
It does help. I mean,
It's just like
psychologically
them
does help.
saying stupid shit and then literally nothing happens.
It's like watching America's Funniest Home Videos. That's actually like, I know I'm getting old because I'm actually like having like routines now with Heather. We'll just sit down and just be like, oh, let's just watch America's Funniest Home Videos, and then we start laughing, and then I'm like, dude, we should try to be on the show, like Zoom call meeting.
Is it still a show?
It's still a show, dude. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Oh my God.
The host is Alfonso, the dude from Fresh Prince, Carlton.
Okay.
And so it's just funny because like people like you see like the reaction of people laughing at this like on Zoom meetings, and they're like over the top. I'm like, that was a funny video, but I don't know if it was that
Like,
funny.
damn, guys.
But also
chill.
like the laugh track does help you just to like start laughing or get cues when to laugh. That 70s show, that's the one I forgot. I actually like that.
Oh
70s
yeah, I forgot about the show. Do you remember that 80s show with I think
Quick
Seth
second.
Meyers' brother was in it?
Yeah, for a quick second.
Yeah, that show was not good.
We should reinvent that 90s show and call it Saved by the 90s.
Dude, if it was like that 90s show, it'd literally be like a bunch of dudes sitting around smoking in acid wash jeans, talking about Led Zeppelin and how they were
Singing.
Born in the Wrong Era.
Singing Father of Mine.
Yeah, that'll be third season.
That'd be third
Oops,
season.
I just punched something.
You think that and like the song would be the same intro from that 70s show, but
Because
just
that's
like,
what kids listened to in the 90s was 70s music.
Yeah.
I think that would be like so funny. Just the idea of like a 90s show, but it's still all 70s music.
Yeah.
Because everyone's sitting around like, dude, if I was just born like 20 years sooner, man.
They are definitely the ones that are just like, bro, we should just like remake Woodstock because that'd be so sick to go to.
Yeah,
But
and then they did,
And
and
they
it
did,
was
but it was
like-
like with their music, not with the music that was like playing back then. Like you can't have Red Hot Chili Peppers and Fred Durst like in the same fucking concert.
You can because both those dudes are awesome.
Yeah, but also you can't because look what happened. Like,
Dude, yeah, I think Limp Bizkit got in trouble for starting that riot,
yeah.
but the riot didn't start until like 2 bands after their set.
No, it was during
something.
their shit, man.
No,
That's
dude, there's
fucking
something
wild.
fucked up. There's something
yeah.
fucked up that like, or sorry, started before 2 bands before their
that's-
set.
that's the
So
one
they
where,
got in trouble for it, even though it started before them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I said it backwards.
And then just like Flea just being like butt ass naked, like dick
Was that
hanging
the,
out.
yeah? Was that the sock one, or was that a different show?
I think like
don't
by the end
remember.
of it, he was like butt ass naked. This
Yeah, probably.
dick hanging out. I'm like, God, that's someone way confident with their body, man.
Yeah, good for you.
Would you ever? Okay, so this might be maybe a little too much, but would you ever do like a nude scene, like if you were acting?
Yeah, it would be unimpressive, but don't care.
I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm if I'm comfortable enough with my body image. It's
You
like
just don't want people to see your turtleneck, dude.
that's true.
That's all it is.
I'm not gonna go there. Well, it's like Jason Sudeikis and not Jason Sudeikis, Jason Seagal and like Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, where it's like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, like
that caught me so off guard, dude. And then like, what's her name? I forget her name. The actress was just like, yeah.
some
So you
clothes
wanna,
on?
yeah. And he's like, no.
Close at a tent like this. Oh no, that's The Hangover. So close at a tent like this.
No, yeah. What scene is it? But it's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, well,
but
no,
yeah,
when she breaks up with him and tells her that she's been cheating on him.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Die.
Yeah.
That's one actor I wish would like come back.
Did he go away?
Yeah, he's like away. He hasn't showed up in anything for like
Away,
5
away.
or 6. Was that a Geostorga?
That was a Geostorga
Aw,
song.
Cute.
I think that was
Who's
that
to say?
Yeah, who's to say?
Which one? Is there an actor that you kind of wish that would come back and like you're like, yeah, this guy's been gone for a while? Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he hasn't gone away. Low key Brendan Fraser, but like he's like fucking broken from the Mummy movies apparently.
Yeah, no, I think
Like he did a bunch of stunts and the Mummy movies like fucked him up.
But I think there's something with him that also kind of like was like very like hashtag Me Too, wasn't there?
I don't think he got Me Too.
I think he got blacklisted for like speaking out. I legit.
Oh,
like,
I think he didn't get Me Too'd, but he said like, yeah, this shit happened.
and they got blacklisted for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. I actually love Brendan Fraser. Like,
I wouldn't say I love him.
but like even like in his like Scrub episode, oh, that's so good.
yeah, I don't think I remember that. I watched Scrubs kind of, but
That's also another good one.
yeah,
The air guitar episode is my favorite
I believe you.
because it's like Boston, like they're like air guitar in Boston. You ever seen that one?
No, I mean, I probably do. I haven't watched Scrubs in almost like 15 years, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
It's definitely.
I
worth
used
a
to
rewatch.
watch it when I was in high school.
I'm not sure if this is real or not, but it is said that it is the most accurate like hospital.
Yeah, I read that, or not read it, heard it. I don't know.
Like
It's hard to tell if I read
is...
an article or watched a YouTube video on it. I don't remember which is which anymore.
Okay, so I guess since we're just jumping everywhere now, House or Scrubs?
I liked House better. It was more like I liked the comedy of Scrubs, and I think the chemistry of the cast was good, but I liked the juicy bits of House a little bit better.
Yeah. What's his name? Hugh Laurie. I never knew he was British. He
really?
Yeah.
Him and John McCleese were like writing partners for a long time. They're like comedy partners. John McCleese from Monty Python.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Hugh Laurie's like super
Yeah,
British.
they have an old ass like British comedy sketch show together.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how I met Hugh Laurie because my dad's a huge Monty Python fan, so that's how I was introduced to him. And then my dad started watching House because of that, and then I started watching House because of that as well.
Now, House was a really good, it was a good TV series.
Yeah, it kind of got weird when they like
ran out of ideas.
Yeah, and not that it's when Cal Penn left to go be a politician or whatever, and then like his character died or didn't die.
Yeah,
and then he started like hallucinating, and that got weird. I'm like, meh, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, and the good thing about like House is for the most part you can watch it any episode like separately, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, there's like an underlying plot, but you can pick up on that very easily with context of everything happening. So it's literally any episode.
Excuse me.
I watched Bones a lot too. I don't know if you ever watched Bones.
I used to like Bones.
Yeah.
I used to confuse that the lead character from that one, the male character, the male actor.
The dude from Buffy and Angel or whatever.
I used to confuse him with the guy from The League.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
Just like, wait, what?
How the fuck did that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah. Headphones just randomly fell. But yeah, no, I can totally see that.
We're totally talking about this. I forgot. Sublime cover band.
I don't understand.
So that was.
Yeah.
We'll go through this quick because I mean I'm sure people stop listening.
Probably.
So it'd be like if
I think it has to be like one original member to still
has to be in there.
Yeah.
Like Quiet Riot. It was just like the drummer.
It was like the drummer or something. Yeah.
I still think it's a cover band technically.
Well, Sublime only has 3 members, and 2 of them
are still
originals.
There. Yeah.
It's literally the lead singer just died.
So I mean, how do you see that sometimes? Like, because it's like obviously if the lead singer's not there, it's not really Sublime. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people will say that because
I mean Sublime was what's his name, Brad's band or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like he wrote most of the songs, but not all of them. He didn't write the bass part. He didn't write the drum part. Hell, he could have not even wrote like the hook or the melody.
Yeah, but I mean, so let's say like for example, like the Jimi Hendrix Experience. If it was still like the original people playing for that band, but it's not Jimi Hendrix, is it still that?
I would say yes. Technically,
I would say no, because
it would be the Experience. I don't know if it'd be Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, but that's why they're called Sublime with Rome.
But that's also why I appreciate Journey, and the way they went about like looking for their like for Steve Perry's replacement. It's like we need someone who sounds just like him.
Yeah.
And they find this dude who's like
some Filipino guy.
Who fucking kills it, dude. I was like, yeah, this guy's good. Like this guy sounds exactly like him. That's awesome. So I respect that way more. It's like AC/DC when they have like 4 different guys singing for them. Like Axl Rose or whatever.
Firstly, they've had 2 singers.
Oh, okay.
Bon Scott, Dirty Deeds, one of the best AC/DC albums. He died.
Yeah.
Then they got a replacement, Brian Johnson, whose first album was Back in Black.
Yeah.
Absolute banger album, probably AC/DC's best album. And they got Axl Rose to finish the tour for Brian Johnson because Brian Johnson's going deaf.
Yeah, that's right.
So he took medical leave, so he didn't absolutely destroy his hearing.
3.
So I'm saying it's not
3.
like they're replacing a singer. It's like, okay, one died, so they had to get a new one.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then now the other one literally is retiring.
No, it's like, I think it's also because I fucking hate Axl Rose. That's
yeah,
like,
Axl Rose sucks. I think they're going on tour again with Brian Johnson.
Oh, really?
I don't think Axl Rose is on tour again with them, but I'll have to double check that.
But yeah, I mean, so, like, something like that. Who's like another, like Chicago, I think, switched people throughout.
Dude,
that.
Chicago has like 40 people. I don't give a fuck about Chicago.
No, yeah, but I'm trying to think of like bands that like switched, like replaced.
Probably.
Like Black Sabbath did it for a minute, didn't they?
No. Black Sabbath got into a fight with Ozzy. Ozzy went solo, and then they got Ronnie James Dio to sing for them, but then they renamed their band Heaven and Hell. Which was the Black Sabbath album they did with Ronnie James Dio.
But that's also why I'm saying like if the original cast, the original singer isn't there, should you be calling that that.
But like
band.
for not Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, for example, there's 4 people.
No.
Tony Iommi wrote all the music. Geezer Butler wrote all the lyrics. So the lead singer left. Is it actually his music?
No.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah. So
It's just weird 'cause
Ozzy
it's
Osbourne literally only did like the melody of the songs.
Like I think what I love about like Sublime with Rome is that they say what it is. It's like, oh, these are the 2 guys that are still surviving from Sublime.
Dude, last time I saw Sublime with Rome, I don't know if the drummer was the original drummer or not. I don't know if he was on the tour with them.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's like, oh, the drummer's the only original like band member.
It's
like
the bass player. But
no, but I'm saying like just in general. Like,
well,
let's
I'm
say,
saying it is the bass player.
I'm trying to refer to Quite Right here, not so much like what you're talking about. So it's like,
we were just talking about Sublime
yeah,
with
okay,
Rome,
well,
which has the bass player.
I'm just giving an example. Jesus Christ, so it's kind of like,
but it's the bass player.
okay, well, fuck you. Anyways,
Yeah, what do you say?
so it's like when like the drummer of Quiet Riot is like the only original member. It's like, is it still really Quiet Riot?
Yeah, I mean, if the I think there's a
I think it's also hair bands for me. I'm just
if
like,
any original members start their own version of anything, I think they can be that band. So like for example, like if you went out and did G in the Spots, and then I could go out and do G in the Spots, and then who the fuck was like George can go out and do G in the Spots, and then whoever the fucking guitar player was, Los.
sure.
Yeah, he can go out
We've
and
had
do G in
like
the Spots.
5 or so.
Yeah, so it's like that concept. Like we're all wrote this music together, and then we can all take it wherever
I
we
think
go.
there's exceptions to that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, there are. It's like Queen. Like Queen.
With Adam Lambert, they had to call it that because
Well, when they wrote their music, you got credited for what songs you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So then that other person in that band couldn't necessarily take that song.
it's like the Beatles. Like Ringo wrote all the
How
all the
they
weird stuff.
how they do all that kind of shit. Yeah. So it really depends. But then there's bands that split it 4 ways for the 4 members or whatever. Then they can take
Who's
it everywhere.
Who's the most like united band that you can say? It's like the one band that you like that likes each other, that like works with each other.
Mouth, Nickelback.
I was gonna say Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I guess.
Like now, like especially now, like
Yeah, but I mean, the Foo Fighters were literally put together out of all Dave Grohl's friends.
yeah, but I mean, like that's what I'm saying.
So
it's
like yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like
you hear
they have 5 guitar players or something.
Yeah.
Well, they're not that many, like 4.
but it's
I think.
like I mean, you hear about bands always that there's always like this animosity with them, right? Like
Yeah.
that there's always some type of like rift or egos always come into play. Like the Eagles, like all fucking hate each other.
Well, like yeah, like Rush, they toured until literally Neil Peart died,
yeah,
and then they're not going on tour again because they don't want to replace
it's like
Neil
Led
Peart.
Zeppelin, kind of, right?
Nah, Led Zeppelin broke up a couple times.
No, they broke up. Oh, like in between.
Yeah, so Jimmy Page and Robert Plant went and did their own thing.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
doesn't mean they broke up.
Well, they're not playing together ever again.
They played a couple shows together. I think
They
like
played
in the, like early '90s.
3 in the last like 30 years.
And they all sat together for that Kennedy Honors too. But
Yeah. I think John Bonham's son has played drums with them.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
God, that'd be so sick to
That
see.
dude's also a badass drummer.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like John Bonham was. I hate to say it sometimes, like he was the heart and soul of like Led Zeppelin. in the sense of just
Disagree with
keeping
John
that-
Paul Jones, but whatever.
the bass player? Are you kidding me? Wait, wasn't he with the Beatles?
No.
Get it?
That's John Paul McCartney.
Oh, gotcha. John Paul
Lennon McCartney.
John Paul Star Harrison.
Harrison.
Well, I think we ran it quite enough, so we're going to get going. Thank you guys again for listening. We do this every Friday, sometimes on Saturdays if we have something special going on. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed the Stampede. Hope you guys are having a good week.
Happy
4th of July.
of July. That's on Sunday. So a couple days from now, maybe G will do a fireworks intro here.
Bye, guys.
Bye. That was fucking weird. Why do we do that? That's so fucking stupid. What the fuck are we doing with our lives, dude?